What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the Spartan Mining YouTube channel. My name is Daniel, and today is going to be a brief intro video going over what my rigs are, some simple miner settings, and some future plans for the channel. So with that out of the way, we're already going to start out right at the simple mining dashboard. I'll tell you what my rigs are. I have two currently in the process of trying to build more, but the first rig that I started building was a RX 580 rig. I went with the MSI RX 580 Gaming X editions. They're the 8GB models. I have BIOS modded them. I have them undervolted and overclocked. I'll show you the settings on Simple Miner here in a second. The second rig I have has a combination of a 570, a 580, and some 560 cards. I just got another 560 in, which is in the system now that I'm doing this video on. In an upcoming video, I'm going to show how to tell what memory it is, how to BIOS mod it, see what our before hash rate is, and what our after hash rate is. So on that second rig, I have a MSI RX 570 Gaming X 8GB model. I have a Sapphire Nitro Plus RX 580 8GB model, 2GB RX 560s 4GB models, and then one MSI 560 4GB model. I have BIOS modded all of my cards except for the Sapphire Nitro Plus. I plugged it in and it was getting 31 mega hash out of the box, so I haven't messed with it yet. Not really any reason to mess with it. So that's what my rigs are currently. I will post the upcoming video going over what the components, as in what the motherboard is, the RAM that I use, and what power supplies that I have. I did use in my first rig a mint cell frame just because it was the first one that I did. I didn't have really any dimensions to go by, so I just bought a pre-built mint cell frame, got it in, and then the other ones I have built myself. So I'll have a short video at the end of this that'll display my rigs, and I'll have a snapshot of what the MSI card looks like that I'm going to be going over. I do have a MSI RX 580 MK2 model. It's the new one that they released that has the red shrouds on it. That should be in on Tuesday. I'll plug that in, see what memory it has. Hopefully we got the silicone lottery here, and we got that juicy Samsung memory. But we'll go over that, see what it benchmarks out at straight out of the box. Then we'll go in and we'll BIOS mod it, see what our new hash rate is, and then we'll get that plugged into the system. So now back to the Simple Mining dashboard. Here you can see what my hash rates are for the 570, 560 rig. I'm getting 95.95 mega hash a second. MSI card's doing almost 13. The RX 570 is doing about 28 mega hash. You can see the two 560s, the gigabyte models that I have, is doing 12.42 each, and then that Sapphire 580 at the bottom is doing that 30.29. My temperatures are pretty solid across on both of my rigs. 62 is the highest one that I have on this 570, 560 rig, and then the lowest you can see is at 41. Let's go to the overclock settings right now so you can see what I have mine at. On all my 560s I have 1100 across the board on my core, and then for the 570 and the 580 I have 1200 set on the core. Yes, it is bumped down, but this is what I like to run. It keeps it stable, plus I get to reduce that power. The memory clocks on all the 560s are set at 1800. I can bump those up to 1850, 1900, and I think the MSI card can even go up to 2125, which we will test in an upcoming video. The 570 is set at 2000, and then the Nitro Plus is 2200. Core undervolt set to 900, and then I have my power stage of 4. You can set your target temperature here, and then your minimum fan speed. With the 580 rig, getting a nice 30.5 across the board on all of the GPUs. temperatures are running nice and cool here. 59 is the highest, and I got that nice 44 that's in the middle. I don't know how that one is in the middle of my rig, and it's like it's not even on. Let's go to the overclock settings. I have it set straight 1200 across the board with 2200 on the memory, 900 on the undervolt, and power stage also set to 4. You see the target temperature and the minimum fan speed. I like using Simple Miner. I started out trying Awesome Miner. I'm not a fan of NiceHash. I downloaded it. It wants me to do so many different settings to my network, to the computer itself, and I just don't want to deal with it. They've already been having some bad publicity lately, and I don't like them. So I don't use NiceHash. I like Awesome Miner though. It's what I test all my cards out straight out of the box. It's easy to use, it's simple, it's free. You can try, you get 2 rig setups for free, and then you can go in and purchase it if you want to. But it has all the main pools on it, Ethereum, you know, it's got your Monero pools, just a bunch of different stuff. I'll do a video on that explaining how to use it, how to set it up pretty easily. Go to rig groups. I have a nice plethora, there we go, of all my rig groups and the different miners that I was trying to use. I just updated to 11.3 for Claymore, and it's running super solid. I like it a lot. Even the hash rate has increased. I am going to do one on mining Electronium. I am a big fan of Electronium. I mined it for a while, so I have a nice stockpile of it, and from time to time I'll switch back to it. But I'll go over setting that up for Simple Miner and show you guys how to get mining some sweet ETN. With that, now that I have all that set with my Simple Mining settings, if I want to see what my rigs are actually pulling in from the pool, I use ethermine.org is what my pool is. You can just go to ethermine.org, put in your address at the top, press enter, and it'll bring you up to this dashboard. Here you can see where I switched over from the Claymore 11.2 to the 11.3, and it's just been solid all the way across. And that's awesome, because it wasn't like that before. But it'll display both of your workers. In Simple Mining, make sure you name them separately, otherwise ethermine.org will get confused and it won't be able to pull it up correctly, and it'll just display wonky numbers. But it shows you your current, your average, and then your reported hash rate. The current effective is what's going on with the pool. Your reported is what you're actually reporting into the pool, and then the average is obviously the average of both, and what you're averagely, the shares that you're actually pulling in. Go to payouts and rounds, and it display your last 100 payouts, your income during the last 1,000 rounds, give you estimated earnings on the right, and then at the bottom left it'll show you your payouts each time that it's happened. The lowest I've had mine was 51.8 hours, which is pretty good. The lowest amount you can get paid out for Ethereum is 0.05, so it's not bad. Get paid about every 2 days, 2 days and a few hours. So I know profit's down, but I've invested in the hardware. I'm a computer guy anyway. Done lots of gaming, building my own computers, so I'm in this for the long haul. I don't expect to get rich quick, you know. But with that, I think that's all that we're going to have for today. I've got a video that's going to be following this, showing what my rigs are, the MSI card that we're going to be doing the BIOS mod on, and the settings, and we'll go over the programs that you need to do it. People love NVIDIA, but I'm an AMD guy. All my computers have always been AMD, so that's what I mine with, and that's what I'm going to stick with. So with that, thanks for watching. If you guys have any advice on making better content, or if you would like to see more, leave a comment. If you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.